So, talking about divergence. Divergence is a disagreement between your price action on your main chart. This is our main chart, and of course, as a trader, you know what price action is all about. These are representation of price action as displayed on your chart via candlestick presentation. So, when we said what is divergence, we are saying divergence simply means disagreement between the price action on your main chart and that of your indicator window. So what we are saying in essence is that there are instances whereby on your main chart you realize the price is making lower high, lower low, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. But when you look at your main chart, you realize the price is doing what? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and higher high. So you can see that these contradictions is contrary to what is happening on the main chart. So if I am to connect my trend line will be looking something in this form. Do you see that? But if I am to connect it to those lower low and I'm to connect it on my chart, I'll be having something like this. Now, instead of this to align with the price action, is doing the opposite, and that is what divergence is all about. So the significance of divergence to trading is that it helps you to know that a particular movement is about to come to an end. For instance, in this case, price is selling, right? Price is selling towards the downside. So price is selling to the downside. And then once you spot this divergence, price doing opposite of what the main chart is doing, you now get to know that this bearish movement is gradually coming to an end. This gives you an information, it gives you an advanced information before the actual reality plays out on the main chart. So one of the ways to establish the beginning of the play out of that divergence is when price closes above this 20 period simple moving average. So you can see that after our divergence, price closed above it, and afterward price came back to give us a W pattern. So you can see this is a typical W pattern, and afterward price begins to push all the way to the upside. So you can see how simple this communicates, and this is how effective you can apply divergence. It works across all pairs, but however, you don't trade divergence in isolation. You will always need to get an additional confirmation in order for you to trade divergence. So that is very important for us to take note of. Look at in this scenario, price is pushing towards the upside and this is pushing towards the downside. So this is pulling down and this is pushing up. So this is divergence, and afterward you will see that price closes during the 20 period and become consistent in that particular direction. So this is one of the greatest tools that you can use. You can use this divergence not only for entry, also for your exit. For instance, if you have been in a trade for some time and suddenly you realize that a reversal with divergence plays out, the next thing is do what? You begin to exit your trade. Do you see that? What is happening here obviously the reverse is the case, because in this case we are having what? A higher high. This is a new higher high, higher low, a new higher high. But look at what the indicator window is showing us. It's giving us a lower high. You can see this. Instead of creating a higher high, it's creating a lower high. And that is what makes the difference. And afterward, price closes below this 20 period moving average, which establish that we are now in a reversal, and then you see how price reverses all the way. So this is applicable across all pair. This is gold USD, and let me show you something. This works. There are instances where you will get an equal high, like in this case. When you look at our indicator window, we are having more of an equal high. You see that? So this as well is divergence. Okay, so you always wait for the confirmation before you make your proper trade entry. So in the subsequent video, I will share with you exactly how you can find your entry confirmation, valid entry confirmation of divergence, because it is not all divergence signal you see that are tradable. Some are false signal. So there are certain criteria you will need to identify a valid divergence that plays out effectively. Thank you for watching, and if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and smash on the subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you'll be the first to get notified when we upload our next video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the subsequent video.